Hey everyone, so I just wanted to do a quick little video on mirror carp. Mirror carp are pretty cool. They're a little rare around our area, but you can go further up in the river system and get into a lot of mirror carp where they're the dominant fish in some of these reservoirs. But anyways, I wanted to show you this mirror carp that we got last night and show you kind of how they look in person or on video. But typically the mirror carp, this is a genetic mutation that it has this irregular scale pattern, and it's a recessive gene. As a result, there's a smaller percentage of these compared to common carp. They were developed through selective breeding, brought over here in the 1950s. But mirror carp scales kind of resemble mirrors. Now, most of the scales, most of the characteristics you see in mirror carp are the scales just kind of go down the band of the dorsal spine here, and then you'll typically see them around the wrist of the tail, right in here. But for the most part, all the rest of this fish is just smooth, almost like a catfish. Now I'll show you another mirror carp that we got mounted for some shows, and this one has a lot less scales than the first one right there, and you can see they're up closer to the dorsal spine and the wrist of the tail. Now this fish still has a few more scales than what we normally see. Last night we shot another mirror carp that had like half the scales this one did. Now when I'm talking scales, like on a common carp, because common carp and mirror carp are essentially the same fish other than the genetic mutation. This is a butterfly carp, but the body of the butterfly carp looks exactly like a common carp. The only difference is their long, fancy fins, and hence that's another kind of nickname that they've been given, is the fancy fin. So that's the difference between the scale pattern. They'll still breed with other carp. Mirrors will breed with common carp, butterfly carp, all that. But their characteristics of being an invasive species typically include their diet. You know, the bug larvae that they eat that live in the root system of plants. They have to uproot those plants to get to the bug larvae. Seeds that fall off of trees into the river, crustaceans, small fish. They're an invasive species for a reason. One female fish can produce over 2 million eggs in her lifespan. So that's just kind of a little tidbit on the difference between them. And I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it answered some questions, because we do get questions about these different fish. What's this? What's that? And that's what I have for you. So aim small, shoot big, baby.